What's good, guys? My name is Arnimane, and welcome to the 60th episode of Would You Rather. God damn, 60. Woo, what a milestone. If you missed any of the previous episodes, feel free to click on the link in the description below. It'll take you to the entire playlist. This is a series where I answer your guys' Would You Rather question you left me in the previous episode. If you have any Would You Rather questions you'd like me to answer in the next episode, feel free to leave them down in the comments section below. That's what this series is all about, baby. And so without further ado, let's move into the questions that you guys asked me on the previous episode. Starting off this week is a question from I Am Burston King, who asks, would you rather be the only person living on Earth or have one person with you that you did not know? I would much rather have that one person who I did not know, preferably a girl, so her and I can repopulate the Earth. I just can't imagine living in an empty world all by myself. Like, I think that'd be really boring and kind of lame. I mean, all the things that I do revolve around other people, gaming and stuff like that, and socializing, hanging out, stuff like that, just I couldn't really do that by myself, you know what I mean? So I think I would much rather have that one person, not only to hopefully repopulate the Earth, but just to have that companion, become friends with, have that companion to hang out with, and all that stuff. So, yep, that's my answer. Thanks for your question. I am Burston King. Let's move on to our next question. Swerve it up, ass. Would you rather have a vagina on your forehead or a row of penises on your back that poke out of your shirt and make you look like a dinosaur? Oh my god. Have a vagina on my forehead or a row of penises on your back? Oh, jeez. I think the vagina on my forehead would look kind of ridiculous, but a row of penises on my back, kind of like a, what are they called? Stegosaurus, I think? Which would normally have spikes on their back. Replace that with penises. I think that would be a lot more entertaining. I could have all the bitches riding on my back all the time. That'd be fucking awesome. Honestly, yeah, that's what I'm going with. I'd rather have a row of penises. I don't care how ridiculous it looks. I could have all the bitches riding me on the back. Just saying. Just saying. Anyways, thanks for your question. Swerve it up. Let's move on to our next question. Swerve It Up has another question for us, and he asks, would you rather have Final Destination happen to you in real life or have Saw happen to you? Probably Saw, because like Final Destination, it's one of those things. It's a whole like a it just keeps happening and happening, happening until eventually you die. It's something you're gonna have to fear for the rest of your life. I think the only way to get out of it is if you die and then be brought back to life. But I think that's kind of too risky. So I think I'd much rather take the Saw route on this one, just because of the fact that once if I manage to survive the horrific puzzle, I guess that they have you in or have me in, I would feel like I'm different. I'm a better man because usually those they put you there for some sort of like moral reason, like you wanted to kill yourself, and now you're just now once you fight your way out, you're you find a reason to live, and or like he puts you there because I don't know cheated on your you cheated on your best friend's or you had sex with your best friend's girlfriend or something like that. And I guess in a way, if I get out of it, I kind of learned my lesson. I would be a better person for that. I guess that if that makes any kind of sense. So yeah, I think I'd much rather live Saw. As gruesome as the Saw scenario would be for me, that like traveling, I have to crawl through spikes or put my hand in acid or something like that. I think it would be a lot better because once I'm done it, I'm done. You know what I mean? Like Final Destination just happens over and over again until I die. But anyways, thanks for your questions. Swerve it up. Let's move on to our next question, which comes in from Smashing Snow, who asks, would you rather get cut in half by a chainsaw or get hit by a wrecking ball? Is the wrecking ball coming at full speed? Huh? Loophole. Loophole. um, that's kind of, I don't know. I wouldn't want to get hit. Yeah, like, see, I don't want to be cut in half by a chainsaw. I think a wrecking ball, I must rather get hit by a wrecking ball just because, especially like if I don't see it coming, it's just like yeah, whatever. Um, Plus, I want to say there's a chance I would survive, but with chainsaw, like halfway through cutting me in half, I think I would be dead from blood loss. So, by getting hit by a wrecking ball, sure I'm gonna break a lot of bones, but I think there's a better survival rate if I get hit by a wrecking ball. And of course, it all depends on the speed, but yeah, that's what I'm going for. Rather get hit by a wrecking ball. Thanks for your question, Smashing Snow. We are going to move on to our next question, which comes in from Huron Last, who asks, would you rather, or sorry, Slow Majority, who asks, would you rather fuck Miley Cyrus or kill Obama? That's kind of easy for me. I wouldn't want to kill Obama. Uh, it'll be seen as a hate crime, and there's a lot of punishments to go along with it. But there's no punishment for fucking Miley Cyrus. Now, other than that award show that she's on, where she had that like gold suit on or whatever, and her ass looked like a chicken or a turkey or whatever it was, Miley Cyrus isn't a bad-looking female. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I have no problem having sex with Miley Cyrus. Would I date her? No, probably not. I wouldn't want to meet her parents either. My mom actually would like to meet her father, but. um, but you know, I much rather take the safe route of having sex with Miley Cyrus. Maybe get an STD. We don't know. Over killing Obama, I just feel like there'll be more problems if I kill Obama. But anyways, thanks for questions, Slow Majority. Let's move on to another question, which comes in from Quino, who asks, would you rather be the Russians from the Modern Warfare series or be the Federation from Call of Duty Ghosts? It's hard for me to answer this question because I haven't finished the campaign mode from Call of Duty Ghosts. So because of that, I'm probably gonna have to answer be the Russians from the Modern Warfare series. I don't know. The Federation seems like more of a badass. Cause from what I've played, you know, they've taken over satellites. They've like decimated the United States. You know what? Fuck it. I'm going with the Federation. They seem to be more on the ball with their attacks and stuff like that. I mean, they fucking hijacked a satellite, the Odin satellite, and just destroyed fucking the U.S. So you know what? Uh, Either way, they end up getting losing in the end. But I'm gonna go with the Federation from God Goes. Even though I haven't finished the campaign yet, from what I've seen from them, they seem like a bunch of badass motherfuckers. So, anyways, we're gonna move on to another question, which comes in from Michelle G, who asks, "Would you rather have to worry about money?" Have never have to worry about money or live in a world with Pokemon. See, the thing is, in Pokemon, when you play the games or you watch the anime, you never really have to worry about money. Money just comes to you. If you just keep winning and winning and winning, you have no money problems whatsoever. So either way, I'm gonna have no money problems. So I think I'd much rather live in a world of Pokemon. It just seems more entertaining to me being able to have, I guess, an obedient pet because my cat doesn't listen to me. I know I could get a dog, but still. But being able to have Pokemon battles and being able to catch them and blah blah blah, it just seems more fun than just never having to worry about money. And like I said, if I'm in the world of Pokemon, I have to worry about money? Nobody ever worries about money in the Pokemon games or the anime. So I'm going with that. Living in a world with Pokemon. That's the way to go. And the last question comes in from Geo, who asks, would you rather be limited to using the computer or gaming system to 1 day or put your brother in a podcast? Oh, jeez. Okay, so as some of you guys don't know, the backstory behind this is I used to do a podcast, and my brother has always been bugging me to, do a podcast with him, blah blah blah. But the problem why we haven't done it is because he's a very busy guy. He's always busy, and our timetables kind of conflict. When I'm at work, he's at home. When he's at work, I'm at home. Blah blah blah. So we never really get time to do a podcast. But anyways. And he's always bugging me to do a podcast, always nonstop. Like I used to do a podcast, but it failed because nobody was reliable on that podcast. Everybody would cancel at the last minute when we're sitting down to record, even though we agreed on the time, the date, and blah blah blah. But anyways, but I couldn't limit myself to just using a computer or gaming system. I get 1 more day for the rest of my life to have use a computer or use a game system, and that's it. I can never use it again. That would fucking suck. So honestly, I would much rather just put my brother on a podcast for do it once and get it over with, and that way I can play the computer games and the PS4 games and whatever anytime I want. But anyways, guys, that's it for this week's episode. Hope you guys did enjoy. Don't forget to submit your own Would You Rather questions down in the comment section below. And of course, hit that like button for me. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, stay dirty.